Welcome, one and all, to Off the Beat podcast, episode 4. Wow, 4 whole episodes. Joining me on my podcast, to my right, Jonah Rice. And on my left, Jeffrey Eisen.
Yay, but like not as much. Less clapping.
I'll do more.
Cancels
out.
Perfect.
How's it going, Grant? What's up?
It's going great. I'm here on the podcast. I'm very happy to be here.
Uh-huh.
I held you at gunpoint to let me on.
Yes, that's true.
I got a Discord message from Grant after already talking to Jeffrey about having Grant on the podcast, and the message said, "Jonah, I demand to be on the podcast."
Yep.
I was like,
I'm a big fan of the podcast.
Okay, put the gun down. We can work something out.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like, we already wanted you on. The violence is not even necessary.
I just needed to ensure.
It feels like you wanted an excuse to pull the gat out and...
to flex the gat.
Yeah.
We've already reshot this intro once because Lola...
It's not
She's
happening.
okay.
No.
She's alright.
What's up, Lola?
Yeah, that
How's it
second
going?
intro was good. Me and Grant
Lola,
were
if you
dancing.
want to come lay over here, come here. Lay over here. Go over the microphone.
Oh
my gosh,
she
Wait,
did.
she's so skilled.
Okay, all right, now lay down.
The internet loves dogs. This is a great
I got you,
bit.
I
This is a
got
great
you.
part.
She might not
This
even
right
be
here.
seen.
Okay, perfect.
Unfortunately. There.
Should I talk a little about myself?
Yes. That's
Go ahead.
probably
Yeah,
what a
actually,
good
Zeke did
podcast
0%
would
of
do.
that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so hello everyone. My name is Grant. I am a collegiate esport player and friends of the boys.
Yeah.
We went to high school together.
We did.
And I'm currently a student in downtown Chicago at Robert Morris University.
I thought you went to, like...
He did go to Arizona.
I transferred schools on an esports
Wow.
scholarship.
Holy shit, that's... I didn't even know you transferred on an esports scholarship.
Yep.
I thought...
yeah.
Holy fuck, dude. That's awesome.
I
We're looking at a varsity.
half my tuition is paid for playing League of Legends.
That's actually really,
Is the
really
other
cool.
half
So,
paid?
okay, I have a lot of questions. Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, is the other half paid because like FAFSA and stuff?
No, I mean, I still have to take out student loans and stuff. I'm still a poor college student.
Unlucky.
Unlucky indeed.
But
You hate to
So,
see
okay,
it.
wait. I have a lot of questions about this because this is something I've always been, like, interested in.
Mhm.
Because, like, I remember when, like, esports were definitely, like, not a thing. Like, people had, like, tournaments and stuff, but that was just something that you could go do with friends or whatever.
Absolutely.
So, like, yeah, and so now it's, like, you know, there's separate leagues for different games. They're streamed online. They're on television at some points, you know, stuff like that. So, like, when did you start playing more or less competitively, and when did you kind of think, like, oh, I could actually do something with this?
Right. Well, I've been playing League of Legends for almost 9 years now.
Okay.
It's a very old game comparatively to like a lot of other games that people are playing. I started in season 1 and I didn't take it too seriously. I was only like 12 or 13 at the time in middle school.
Yeah.
Pretty young boy.
But I'd always loved competition. I would always love strategy games. Ever since I was like 8 or 9, I had been playing tournament chess,
Oh, okay.
competitive chess. And so I sort of transitioned from chess into esports.
Okay.
And I didn't really take the game seriously until a couple years ago when I ended up going to Arizona for college. And the club team there needed a jungler, which is one of the positions. And so they invited me to play. I was only gold at the time, gold rank. And then over the course of like the 6 months that I started learning on the team, I managed to like hit the top echelons of the solo queue ladder. I hit Challenger for a little bit, but for the most part, I hovered around Master
I remember when
Elo.
that happened. I was very excited for you.
Yeah, I was extremely excited.
Never
Yeah,
played
that's
a
incredible.
single
That's
game
really
of
cool.
League.
Yeah, and so I sort of realized, well, now that I have this skill and like people actually will provide scholarships for gamers now, I started seeking opportunities to like get an actual scholarship for esports.
Not only is being a gamer now a disability, but you
It's
can
also an
also
advantage.
Absolutely.
Your weakness and your strength.
Yeah. And Robert Morris University, where I am now, was actually the very first varsity esports program in the country.
That's actually really cool.
Which is really cool. Which it's still young compared to
Right.
other sports. It's only
Of
like
course.
I believe it's
Yeah.
6 years old now.
Okay. So it's
But
earlier than I
6
thought.
years ago was the very first one.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
I mean,
We have an
come a long way
infrastructure.
since 2013.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dang. For some reason, I thought 6 years ago was 2010.
Good math. Math
I
checks
was like
out.
thinking in my head, I was like, yeah, it's
That's
2016. I guess I just graduated
That's
high
almost
school.
10 years ago.
Yeah,
Fuck that number, by the way.
yeah. It is almost.
Anyway,
It's not.
you're not only
Yes, it is.
in school with an esports scholarship, but you next season are moving up to the varsity team.
Well, when I first came in, I was actually, I actually got on varsity pretty quickly.
Oh,
I was on varsity for a few months.
so
The thing is that we have two main junglers,
Yeah.
which is my position, and obviously only one jungler can be on varsity.
of course.
So for like 4 months, I think it was, I was on varsity, going to tournaments with varsity. We actually won a LAN tournament with me on the team.
Is that the one that you tweeted about with the pictures?
It is not.
Okay.
It was one
I got
before.
some stories about that. Too.
Okay, gotcha. It was one before. It was called 66 Games. And we won that tournament with me on varsity. And then after a while, varsity was having some like personality issues with like clashing personalities, things like that, like strong voices on the team. And basically the coach made the decision that the other jungler
Yeah.
had a personality and a communication style that fit that squad better. So I got moved down to JV,
Right.
which was actually I actually enjoyed it a lot.
It's fun.
Playing on JV was really fun actually, and I was the
Right.
captain of the team, so I kind of got to like
Yeah.
play my game
Yeah.
rather than playing
Yeah.
their game,
Right.
which was really cool. This year I'll probably end up on varsity, but to be honest, I don't mind either one because
yeah.
JV still gets to travel. We still
Right.
get to participate in
You
tournaments.
still get to play. So.
Yeah, absolutely, and we have our own leagues.
Right.
I actually, the tournament that you mentioned, I was playing on JV, and it was the like official Riot Games sponsored JV league.
Yeah.
It was called the Collegiate Star League,
Right.
and
that's a big deal.
right, we managed to get top 4, which qualified us to get flown out to Atlantic City to participate in the finals.
Yeah.
And we ended up winning
awesome.
the whole JV league.
Okay, so I saw the pictures and everything like that. So that was like an actual like
Production.
yeah, like so like where was that? Like was it like what like was there a crowd or was there like what?
Surely.
So it was the grand finals of multiple different esport games.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it was League of Legends, Fortnite, Rocket League, Counter-Strike, Smash Brothers.
Right.
This is a
That might have been it.
huge
So
event.
it was a bunch of different collegiate
okay,
leagues,
yeah.
all
So there are a lot of
culminating in the
people there,
finals.
yeah.
Yeah, well,
But they're playing their own.
yeah,
thing.
mostly it was like a bunch of college students there, competing in their own things. Oh, Apex Legends as well.
Oh, cool.
But that was like an open tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And our CS:GO team actually went with us. Our CS:GO team, one of like the best in the country.
Really?
And that was not the other ones weren't the JV leagues. That
yeah.
was like a big league for all the
Yeah.
other ones. I think our CS:GO team ended up getting 3rd, which is pretty good.
That's really
Yeah. That's pretty
place, baby.
Yeah, and we managed to take 1st in the JV
That's awesome.
division.
That's so cool. Like, cause you were like, yeah, we're here and everything like that. I was like, oh, cool. Like, I knew you did like esports, but I was like, oh, he's actually like,
It's like
at an event. And then the next picture I saw was you with like the check on stage.
him
And
having
I was like,
won.
holy shit! And like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they won the whole like fucking thing.
Uh-huh.
Like that was
I got to
incredible. Like,
I had to
that's
check
awesome.
that off my bucket list.
Yeah,
was,
no,
like,
that's
holding the giant
yeah,
check.
yeah. That's so cool. And so like, how many like rounds was the tournament? Like what was the structure?
So it was a double elimination bracket consisting of, I believe, 208 teams total. So there were, I believe, 5 or 6 rounds online as like sort of the qualifiers for the finals.
Okay.
We managed to sweep those without dropping a set. So we managed to get into top 4 on winner's side.
Okay, yeah. So you could lose and still be in.
Right.
Okay. Yes.
yeah.
So only the top 4 teams were actually flown out to Atlantic City. It was us, 2 Canadian teams, and I forget where the 4th team was from.
Yeah.
Wow. Canada's got league players. I would not have guessed.
Yeah, one of them was Montreal, and then the other was University of Waterloo.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
actually
Actually,
cool.
that's so cool.
Yeah, and so I believe that we played Montreal first. They were also in winner's side. Waterloo was in loser's side. We beat Montreal pretty decisively.
Yeah.
So Montreal got down to the losers
Yep.
finals, they ended up losing to Waterloo, who was. We predicted that Montreal would beat Waterloo. We perceived them as a stronger team.
Yeah.
But watching the matches, Waterloo was actually like sleeper, very good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so we ended up facing Waterloo in the finals. We actually ended up going down 2 games and then made a reverse sweep comeback
Oh,
to win. So
there
that
you
was
go.
super satisfying.
Damn. So
It-
Yeah, and it sort of completed a story arc within the team.
yeah, I was gonna say
Because
it's the first
man.
act where you were winning and it was
Right.
going good. Second act with like not the climax, but like the event that create like
The
sets
intense
The rising
setback,
action.
the setback,
the conflict.
the conflict where you guys go down 2 games and then that redeeming arc, baby, getting
Yeah.
right back up to the top.
It was really satisfying because us coming back was a combination of really good coaching decisions by our coach in,
Right.
in draft.
Yeah.
And then also it was really cool because our mid laner, Josh,
Yeah.
he was sort of a guy who came in without like the highest expectations.
Okay.
And there were like he had some people who like didn't quite have faith in his ability as a mid laner.
Yeah.
And then in those last games where we pulled it back, he absolutely popped off
Really?
in the games.
That's so good.
He-
What was
he-
his name?
Josh.
Yeah, good for Josh. Yeah.
His in-game name is
Josh.
cute, so
Yeah.
and he played Corky both games, and his collective score in those games was like 18-1 or something ridiculous.
And the normal
That's-
collective score is
Well, that's like KD.
okay.
Yeah, it's like
He went
kill
okay,
death,
one
right,
in
right.
2
Awesome. Wow,
games.
that's actually very good.
Yeah,
Even
so
I know that.
yeah, so it was really satisfying because it was like sort of like a collective effort on
Yeah,
everyone's
right,
part,
right.
and it was just like a really fun win.
And
That's awesome.
Yeah, as soon
That's
as
so
one of
cool.
your teammates starts popping off, all the comms, you guys are just gassing.
Oh yeah,
each
I was
other up.
screaming.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
and yeah, I bet that was a magical moment.
it was really satisfying because being at that event like really felt like it gave a sense of legitimacy to collegiate esports for
Yeah.
me at least.
No,
Because
yeah.
it's like all this work that I've done, like it's actually culminating in something
No,
tangible.
literally, you could to anybody who just like may not necessarily think it's like a legitimate thing. All you have to do is show them the picture where you are holding a check on a
A
stage,
giant check.
like from to like a Robert Morris University, like you are on a junior varsity and a varsity like squad.
Mhm.
It's like there's
Like,
an
this is
organization
real.
to
This
it. It's
money's
real.
not
There's
fake.
legit money in it. Like it's
yeah.
that's one thing I don't understand. It's like look at all the companies that advertise in weird ass places. Like look at like Insider and Best Life are advertising on this shitty little timer app I have on my Xbox.
Yeah.
But instead, the advertising rates for esports have to be cheaper than normal television because it's like, well, not many people watch esports, but it's a huge like growing thing.
And
It's like
Well, it's
companies-
grassroots
yeah.
too. It's
Right,
like
yeah.
all the money that's raised is either like through the companies that develop the games or through like community.
right, yeah, exactly.
So it really feels like, especially with like the Melee community is a great example of this.
Yeah.
Smash Bros. Melee is that community and many esports communities sort of had to like pull themselves up by their bootstraps, like with no support,
Yeah.
and like make it something
And
really
yeah,
awesome
it took
and
people,
really cool.
Yeah, it took people like with their own money renting out like convention centers and stuff like that, and like doing it themselves. And like then like oh hey let's stream this, and so then that got an audience, and then it took someone like pitching it to like a TV agency or something like look. There's fucking money in this shit, like, but it took forever. So yeah, no, they had to like literally they had to build it up by themselves, and so I think that's really cool. But they've done a really good job in the past. What like you said, like 6 years ago, or 6 years ago is like when the first team started. So like it probably years before that, but still, it's like that's just incredible. Like that's a really cool. I don't know. It was cool to see it like because we were alive when it wasn't a thing. And now it's a thing, and it's like, oh, that's cool. You can actually like go back and think, like, what was I
Right.
doing at this time whenever
Yeah.
I was like growing.
And
stuff.
it's sort of like a fulfilling feeling to me to
Yeah.
feel like I'm on sort of like the ground floor of something that's going to grow and grow
Yeah.
and be like in 15 years or something or 20 years if I have a
Right.
kid
Yeah.
and he's getting into esports, I can tell
It's
him
like,
like,
oh, yeah,
I
I
was
mean-
there at the beginning,
Yeah,
like
it's
competing in collegiate esports.
I held a big fucking check, son.
Yeah, I can show
I
him
had
the
a big
picture of
check.
me with the shit-eating grin on my face, like holding the check.
Well,
You still have the.
I just noticed you said idiot
Yeah.
as like
He's talking to his son.
yeah like but I said son as in like his son
Yeah.
but not like son.
Yeah. And I called his son an idiot, and then Grant would still have the big check and take it.
He'd like
his kid over the
give
head
him
with
paper
it.
cuts,
Right.
just
Yeah,
Just a horrible
He
father.
says, "Open your toes," and he cuts the whole
my
between the
God.
Yeah, I can't be there for my kid because I'm too busy in Azeroth kicking ass.
Is that WoW?
That's the name.
That is wow, yeah.
That's the name.
Speaking of
Has
WoW,
that started?
Wait a second.
no, but I'm super excited about this. Can we talk about this?
Yes.
Okay, so classic World of Warcraft,
Yes.
legacy servers, vanilla servers
They're
are
back,
dropping
right?
in
They're coming.
like a month.
Okay. I've thought about trying to get into that.
So let's talk about WoW.
Let's talk about a few things.
For people like us who were
talk about
not
that.
alive when WoW, or we're not old enough
It
to...
was 15 years ago.
Yeah, we're not
Yes.
old enough to function on a computer
Yes.
to play WoW when
Mhm.
it was birthed.
Yeah. I played
We have
WoW
a chance now.
when I was
Yeah.
a kid, but like,
Because
not seriously.
from what I've heard from the people, it's like either one of two things. From the people who used to play WoW, it's like, fucking don't, because why would I do that to myself again?
Mm.
Or it's like nostalgia.
Everyone
Right.
that I've talked to who has played vanilla World of Warcraft is out of their mind excited for the classic servers.
So,
It is like it's like a beloved experience.
is it staying classic, or are they releasing the expansions as they...
They might. Okay, we don't know. No one really knows.
Yeah, because I don't know if that
People
would be
have
good or bad.
theorized that they are going to have some sort of expansion progression where they release like Wrath of the Lich King and Cataclysm. But we don't really know. And I don't really have an opinion on it because I never played any of the expansions or Classic World of Warcraft. I only
Yeah.
played Mists of Pandaria.
I've literally never touched it.
But yeah, I'm super excited about it because I don't know. I love old games. I love like classic experience and like the design. I've watched a lot of like content about it and like the design aspects and elements and how they contrast with current World of Warcraft, which I really didn't enjoy that much. It's just so exciting to me.
Yeah.
And also I sort of see it as like there are certain times when games come out where it's like global events in like the gaming atmosphere.
oh, yeah.
Right.
So like you guys remember the summer of Pokemon Go?
Right.
Abso-fucking-
That was a
It
fun
was
time. I still play it.
magical,
We both still play
like
it.
absolutely magical. Like I saw my dad walking down the street.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
not there with him.
Yeah.
I was sitting next to a fire station
Oh, really?
in the middle of downtown Versailles, which
Yeah.
is like I don't even
Yeah.
go here. I live here. I've
Yeah.
never even been here, and I'm just sitting there in a garden catching fucking caterpies.
Yeah.
And I see my dad walk down the street playing Pokemon Go. It's like this is incredible.
It's a
good.
magical moment.
That's awesome.
So the reason I'm
I got a story about that.
Okay,
once
sure.
Once you're done.
okay, yeah. So I was just gonna say like it's gonna be an event in gaming where so
Yeah.
many people are gonna be trying Classic World of Warcraft, and the community aspect is gonna be so overblown to the point where it's like it's almost gonna be like impossible
only-
to
It has-
not hear about it
has
all the time.
potential to be
It's the only second
bigger
chance.
than WoW from the past. Like,
Well, it's
like-
definitely gonna have a bigger player base
yeah,
than
that's
vanilla.
what I'm saying. Is it like definitely? It has potential to be bigger. Like maybe they take it a different direction.
I would say
maybe
it's the
they
only
fill like
second
story
chance it
gaps
has
that
at
they
another
skipped
first
over.
release. Yeah. So like,
And that's an interesting discussion too. Is
Yeah.
like, people have been worried about like how the game's going to progress over time because everyone who played Classic World of Warcraft was basically advocating for the fact that they don't want the game changed literally at all. But eventually, like it's going to run out of content, right? And eventually,
Yeah.
people are going to want the next expansion. So there's an argument to be made of like, what if there's two timelines? There's
Yeah,
one for like
absolutely.
retail World of Warcraft where they release these expansions, and now like, what if Classic WoW went this
There's
direction?
new WoW.
And they
that's what
made
Call of
new
Duty is
content.
doing because
Wouldn't
they,
that be
like, fucked
awesome?
up. Yeah. Sorry.
I love that idea
I think
personally.
yeah.
that's
I
an
like it,
excellent
yeah.
business strategy.
No, because it's like with the World of Warcraft, it's like they're creating like a second chance at like a new release or like the original release or whatever, and like, it's like our game is so old that now like our player base is like getting older and like we need a new player base. And so
yeah,
it's like what do we do?
people who
It's like,
played WoW back then.
let's just release it a new time for
Yeah.
them.
Because everyone wants
Because
it.
everyone who wants to play it will play it. Everyone who wants to keep playing the old version will play
Yeah.
the old
I
version.
feel like
as long
like,
as they're not
starting-
taking anything away, it's like
because
it's great.
starting WoW now, you
Yeah.
have the option of just boosting your character to max.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Everybody there's no
so
point in
far
doing
along.
anything but
Yeah.
like raids now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's all people do.
Yeah.
And that's another thing is like the current state of MMOs is in a really dark place. Like
I don't play them
almost
anymore.
any MMO that comes out it's like the content is all end game. Everyone's always interested in like completionists of like, let me get max level as soon as possible, and then I can like do the content and like I'm done. But like back then, leveling was the content, and that sort of boosted the community aspect of the game, and it was just like so amazing. It was like you really felt like the world was sort of like a tangible experience rather than sort of like something to beat.
Yeah, because like in game chat in WoW now, I know it's just guaranteed like flood like type this
willing
in
to
chat
buy
for raid like we'll trade like for whatever.
Willing to
like,
sell, blah, 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 blah,
vanilla
blah.
WoW, like hopefully it'll just be like, hey, does anyone want to help me like do this quest? Like,
and I've actually played a private server
up or whatever, something like that. I don't know.
I've played on a private server for World of Warcraft Vanilla, and that's exactly what it's like.
That sounds like what it should be.
Like the community is the content almost,
which is good.
and almost every mechanic in the game is built specifically to promote interactions between players. So like it just promotes the growth of the community and interaction like so much that it's just like so engaging in that way.
It sounds like fun. How much?
I'm excited
How
for
much
it.
will it cost?
I think the first month is free, and then it's going to be like $15 after that.
$15 a month?
Well, I think the way that it works is that
I have no idea. How
if you have a subscription to retail WoW, you just get both.
Oh, okay,
So like
you don't have to buy it
if
again.
you pay $15,
Wow, that's a really good way to do all of
if you pay
this.
$15 for like a Classic Opera subscription, you can also play on retail, as far as I'm aware.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, so nobody loses out on like anything.
So is
And
there
in fact, if you
is
buy
there like
the
a
vanilla-
one-time price that you can pay, or is it
I don't know.
only monthly?
I think it's subscription
only-
based.
It's
That's
monthly.
that's how they monetize
well,
it.
poop.
Yeah,
If
it's
you-
not-
RuneScape does it that way, where like you can become a member.
It's like a
which
premium
gives you
service.
access to private servers, or and just like a lot of the quests, and those
Yeah.
are the cooler ones. And then, but if you don't want to pay for it, you can just do the vanilla.
Mm-hmm.
And there are some cool quests in vanilla, but like the main quest of like the game is a premium like thing.
The way I see it is, if obviously like monthly subscriptions are annoying,
Yes.
but realistically, how long are you going to play the game, right? So if the first month is free, most people aren't even going to play 2 months of the game. Most people are going to quit in the first 2 months.
Knock out all vanilla content in 1 month.
Right, and if you feel satisfied and you want to stop playing, you paid what, $15, $30 for the game for like hours and hours and hours of entertainment.
Yeah.
It seems reasonable to me.
If you
and if
play
you're
every day,
if you're super invested and you play over those months, like you can make the judgment call on whether it's worth it.
Yeah.
And it's really it's not it
I would also
sounds
just
worse
consider
than it is.
Well, I would also
Yeah.
consider it like server upkeep, because like if they keep going over and over, and like there are people maintaining the server even after the initial funds run out of the initial purchase, it's like someone has to pay to keep to upkeep the server. So it's like, I guess that's us.
Right, absolutely.
Which makes sense. Like if the company has no money, they literally can't do it. So
Yeah.
But
So yeah, I'm super excited for that.
I play. Let's see. I don't really play a lot of like multiplayer games. I play RuneScape. RuneScape's a lot of fun.
I got a Pokemon Go story.
Really.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear it.
Because I almost forgot about it, and I just reminded myself somehow with Hannah walking out of the bathroom. I think because when she walked into the bathroom, I had just mentioned it. So it's just like...
Yeah.
Anyway, there was one night we were playing Pokemon Go and Down to Hunt for Sales. I don't think either of you were there.
Probably not.
But, so there was a crazy woman
Uh-huh.
outside not playing Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
She was screaming
She
about...
was a Pokemon.
Yeah, she was pretending to be one.
Did you try to catch her?
She's just yelling at me.
Yeah, a bunch of us were just chasing her.
Through the streets in the
Get her.
middle of the night.
Quick!
Just
and you're just throwing balls at her.
Yeah.
You're throwing
But they're
bricks.
like baseballs, so they're like welting her.
Wasn't even crazy. It's just we just kept.
She
telling
was
her.
scared.
It's
She was
like-
calling for help.
It's bricks that you painted the bottom half white.
So she was go Pokeballs. But okay, she was legitimately crazy, and somebody called the police on her because I don't know.
She did
Something
she was
was
disturbing
going on.
the peace.
So yeah, like she was yelling, doing her
Yeah.
little thing, probably
On
influenced by
drugs.
drugs. Yes, but
Most
when the
likely.
cop came,
He was on drugs.
It only increased the magnitude of the screaming.
Oh.
Like she was
Good.
screaming like, help, I'm being attacked, I'm being murdered.
Oh, no.
Loudly.
Yeah.
Because the police were asking her questions, and that's her reaction to it.
Okay.
So, we didn't see that at first.
You didn't see the
This is
killer?
what we...
Because she was being attacked.
the cops were just going in.
Nobody saw the
But
killer.
we didn't have visual on the woman and the cop.
Yeah.
So we just heard her screams of, like, help, I'm being murdered, I'm being
Oh
attacked.
my
Oh,
god.
no.
Here's the dynamic of our friend group. We had the majority of us near the police station. And then another, like, about a fourth of us were down at the Crock-a-Mud pottery place, getting that Pokestop, like, one final time, and we were, like, wrapping up for the night. So we were divided by the screaming, but they still heard the screoming from, like, way down
Oh
at,
my
like,
God.
the dentist.
Jesus.
If you know where that is.
Yeah. I don't.
But yeah, so the big group of us starts running,
Yeah.
like
babies.
one way down the street,
Yeah.
and I'm like kind of like keeping up with them, and I'm like, fuck, we got more friends. So I turn around and I start running the other way, and I'm like, fuck, but they're probably running the other way, away from it. So I'm like just actually in the middle by myself, like, which fucking way do I go? There's a crazy...
Oh, no!
Or there's somebody being attacked and I could be next, so I just am confused as to where to go.
You didn't even think to help? You were just booking it?
We were all just running. So I ended up making the decision to run with the other friends, and we were like running, and we were able to see that she was with police, like on our way to our cars. But God,
You should have
what a night of Pokemon.
you should
I
have
hate those
approached them
situations.
and then just started ordering the cops around as if they were Pokemon.
He should've
Officer
started
Brady, use the cane!
Use the shock baton!
Officer Brady, use pepper spray!
Old woman, use
Harden.
run back home.
hard, and she just
She's like,
it's just out of nowhere. Just old woman.
That's an
uses
interesting question.
Fireball just
What is
out
it?
of nowhere.
what is the question? She's just breathing
All right,
fire.
Pokemon.
Like, legitimately.
Pokemon are real. You can
Pokemon
only
are real.
you can only have
Never
one.
saw Detective Pikachu. Should have saw
Only
one.
one.
You can only have one. What
Wingull.
Pokemon are you
Probably
picking?
Wingull.
Wingull?
He's a bird.
That's his
You
favorite
could have
Pokemon.
one of those in real life.
Yeah, I already do.
It's just a seagull.
Okay, but my legitimate
Say
answer,
something.
it has to be Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur has always been like
He's
my
cute.
favorite Pokemon.
He's a cutie.
Fuck. Okay,
Hey, but what about this one? He's a cutie.
it's Winkle
He-
laminated.
Is that
in
just
your wallet.
in your
Yeah.
wallet? That's
He goes
amazing.
with me everywhere.
Oh, it's in a card back. Okay.
Your brother. I
Are you
think,
gonna
gave it to
like
me.
take a picture and like overlay it?
I'm just gonna
That's
hold
too
up the
much
camera.
editing for podcast.
The
These kinda
podcast
just
is
go up.
the
Here, you want me to
podcast
do it?
files are so large that I mostly just like.
Is it focusing?
Yeah, hopefully.
It probably
What if I hide my
isn't.
face?
I had to show them a feather
Alright.
in episode 2.
It's doomed.
It's on manual focus.
It's
so,
doomed.
like,
It's doomed. It's
we
doomed.
got to do it
It's doomed.
ourselves.
It's doomed. It's doomed.
But yeah, Bulbasaur, I think they're very loyal. They're very sweet in
Yeah.
nature.
Also, I like those.
And okay, so I don't know. I just think he's a perfect little.
You wanna hear
he's a
my
perfect
answer?
Little grass baby.
I would have a Vanillux and then I would eat him.
You would eat your one Pokemon.
Well, yeah. Well, they have a Charizard barbecue in Pokemon Go. Or not Go. Not Go. Not Go. In Detective Pikachu.
Also in
I didn't see it, though.
No.
Pokemon
Wanna see it.
Coliseum.
A real
the
answer?
Story mode. They
Yeah.
got Pokemon themed shops. I think.
Well, they have.
Anyway.
Well, what do they serve at Charizard's barbecue?
I think my real
Dead
answer.
Pokemon.
Right.
My real answer
Like,
would probably
Or
be
Charizard's.
my real answer would be Flygon
Flygon.
because
He's cool.
I want something that I can ride and fly around on.
Is Flygon big?
He is big. He's definitely like bigger than me. Like he could
Okay,
I could ride on him. But also he has like he's part ground, so he could have like sick earthquake powers or
That's true.
and he could like
I'm
move
changing my
boulders and
answer
shit.
too. Because my actual all-time favorite Pokemon is Snorlax.
Okay.
And I think...
What would you do with a Snorlax though? You'd have to
Hang
feed
out.
him. He doesn't
Lay on
talk.
his belly.
Well, no, but yeah, like...
You could cuddle with him.
He'd
Yeah.
probably, like...
It's pretty
Like,
nice.
just because it's on, he'd, like, watch TV with me.
Right, but
or
he's like
something.
he's like a glorified pet turtle almost.
But he's huge and awesome. He will defend my life if he
I-
has to.
What if he's
Okay,
no? He's
what
just
do you
gonna
think?
sleep while
Have
you're
you
getting attacked.
seen... Okay, did you
You're gonna
see...
be getting attacked by a crazy woman, and he's gonna say, "Crazy woman, use claw."
he's gonna order her to kill me faster.
That was a little bit of a
the
callback.
pre-order bonus for Sun and Moon was a Snorlax with a specific, like, only that Snorlax Z move.
Yeah. And the Snorlax had glaucoma because he looked at the sun. It's part of the story.
Yeah. But no, like, if the Z move starts and he's just, like, sleeping, his eyes, like,
I've seen that. He goes...
He sleep.
And then he fucking pounds his way over.
I have seen that.
Body slams them so hard.
He's way too fast
Yeah.
for his size, like the
Like-
tiny Shrek that runs around.
You know Snorlax has those capabilities.
Yeah.
If I am in danger, he is loyal to me. If I'm in that much danger, he's gonna kick some ass.
But it just starts happening when you're mildly uncomfortable.
It's
And so
like,
it's like, sir, I'm sorry, we really don't have any Dr. Pepper at this restaurant. It's like, that's fine, Coke's fine. And then he just, like, runs into the kitchen and beats the fuck out of the guy.
Yeah, that's what
because,
He
like,
creates
yeah.
a like magnitude 7 earthquake by just stomping into the kitchen.
Well, Flygon can literally learn Earthquake.
Okay. I have...
Snorlax can't.
Your choice sucks, Jonah.
I like
Okay,
Snorlax.
Flygon's cool.
Let me choose.
Jeffrey's choosing
I have
something other than
an
Wingull.
actual one because Wingle's kind of like a
You
joke
can just
one.
have a seagull.
No, okay,
Okay,
yeah,
I do
exactly.
have a
I could
second
just like
answer.
have a bird, but you know, you guys are gonna help me decide between these three Pokemon.
Okay.
Okay.
The one that's just a lamp. I like that
Wait,
one.
That one's
Chandelure?
Chandelure.
Chandelure.
Or do you mean like Lantern?
No, Chandelure. I meant.
Okay.
So that
Chandelure-
way, if my lights ever went out, I could just have him.
So
But
you
he's
want a
kind of
glorified
scary.
flashlight?
Yeah. He just.
You just want a
Chandelure's kind of
Pokemon
scary.
to
Hang on my
give
roof.
you light.
I just want.
That
I
you
just
have
need-
to feed.
I just need some lights replaced, so like I could just use him.
Okay.
I can stop paying for electricity.
I want to
and
hear the
just have,
next
like,
options.
No,
eerie
yeah, okay. So
purple lights.
the next actual two.
Okay.
So I would either do an
Pelipper.
Eevee and want it to evolve into an Esperon or an
Espeon?
What? Yes,
Espeon?
Like
Or
that's the
the
black
psychic
one,
one? No, that's Umbreon.
right? Umbreon. I want it to
Umbreon's
evolve into an
the best.
Umbreon. I like
That's the
Umbreon
dark
most.
type.
Yeah, I
Yes.
would want either that one
He's
or I'm trying to think of the other. Oh shit! I thought of another Pokemon that I was like, I could actually.
Okay,
I would
well,
like to have that one. I can't remember my
quick aside.
my other choice.
my second choice, since Snorlax sucks, would be Dragonite. For sure.
Oh yeah,
Just Dragonite is fucking awesome.
that's true.
Yeah, but he's just like less capable Flygon.
That's not true.
I also really,
Okay.
I just really like the
All right.
I
design
bet
of-
Dragonite is.
I wouldn't choose this one as my one,
Ooh.
but ooh.
Woo.
I wouldn't choose this one as like my one Pokemon.
Hey.
But I just really like the design of like Beedrill. I just really like it.
Beedrill.
I really like
Beedrill's
him.
badass.
I like Beedrill
Okay.
a lot. He's super
Honestly-
cool.
Okay, so your three options are a flashlight,
Yeah.
a dog,
Yeah.
or a bee.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Those are the
things.
ones
you want.
All real things.
They can be
Honestly-
replaced by normal everyday occurrences.
fuck Beedrill, not
Why?
design. But because if Beedrill existed in real life, I
He'd
would
be
want
scary
to
as
kill
shit.
them, or
Yeah.
I would want to get away as fast as
Yeah,
possible.
no, that's fair.
If I see a bee,
That's why
I
I'd want
know,
one.
I know bees are fucking harmless, and if a
intimidating.
Beedrill can sting and not die.
What legendary would you all have?
Okay, legendary only.
Yeah, if you could pick one legendary. I
Uh,
kind of want Entei because I could kind
well-
of ride him around.
Entei?
Yeah, Entei. We
okay,
named him
well the
Hentai.
easiest answer.
I was about to say, you
Pokemon
might
Go.
maybe not call him that.
I guess I have two. One is like a stipulation only.
You got to choose one. Now
Jirachi.
you have to shoot the other one in the head.
Okay, Jirachi only if she's
Liberace.
granting her wish, because
Yeah.
it's like every 1,000 years she grants one wish, and it's anything.
You only get one.
Yeah, but that's enough to be rich forever.
Is that what you would wish? That's not what you would wish
You
for.
could wish
Well,
for-
I don't know
you
what
could
I
wish
wish for.
1,000
You
I'm
wouldn't.
just
You
saying.
wouldn't wish for cash.
You
Just
can
get a
no,
wish
but-
cash.
No, the first thing you gotta wish for is that you gotta wish. I wish that. What's her name?
Jirachi?
Jira-
The Pokemon?
Yeah, the Pokemon.
Jirachi?
Jirachi. I wish that she thinks every day is 1,000 years.
But that's not how she works.
That's
Like,
just torture.
The eye
Yeah.
on her chest
Yeah.
has to open.
Yeah, and if
And
the
it
eye
only
thinks,
does it if there
Her
that
third
time
eye
has
opens?
passed. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think I would
And she
choose.
starts doing the Howard the Alien dance.
I would choose. I would choose Mew.
Mew?
Oh, Mew's kind of
Yeah, and then what I would do is I would.
naked.
I would claim that I went to Area 51 and brought back Mew
And become famous.
because it just looks like an alien.
That's
I
true.
really enjoy those memes. Right
Because
now.
Mew,
They're good.
the
I'm
Area
gonna-
51
I gotta-
memes.
yeah,
You want
I
to talk
gotta-
about that?
Yes, I gotta say it. This is the first time. Most of the time, like if there's
the
a
first time
big-
Jeffrey's
if
ever
there's
liked a meme.
I've never actually seen a meme. This is my first one. No.
Most memes are bad.
Yeah, most memes are bad, but also like if anything goes really like
I guess viral, very popular. It kind of stays on Twitter. This is the first one I have seen also go to Facebook and stuff, and my parents know about it. Like, even like older people, like
Everyone
my grandmother
fucking
knows
because
about
this
it.
meme's made it to news.
Yeah, and then the actual, government like had to respond and stuff like that to it.
What did they say?
But it's still funny. They said like, we appreciate the jokes, but if you come to Area 51, we will shoot. Like, we will, like, you are in danger. Is
Wait,
what, like, the note said.
They didn't say they're gonna shoot.
No,
you.
they just said that like it is dangerous to try and cross the border.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Right,
I like
right.
the ads that are on right now.
What do you guys have any predictions?
It's not gonna happen.
No, surely someone is
People
going to
will
show up.
People will
At
show
least,
up,
like,
but
1,000
nobody
people will
should
show
do
up,
it. I really hope
and
it's
they
like a
might
Braveheart
die.
thing. Like a bunch of people, like there's two guards like if this was a short movie, which let's
They're
just
like
make
just
this movie.
talking amongst
They're
each
just
other like a normal guard
no,
duty. It's like
it's like,
nothing really
fuck it.
happens.
Yeah.
It's Area 51.
Yeah,
it's
it's
like,
just like whatever, and then they see something, and then they see like a speck, and it's like
God,
look,
maybe
one
I'm
person showed up.
dehydrated.
It's like
It's like,
haha,
what am I seeing?
one person showed up, and then it just thousands
sea.
more blot out like the horizon, and there's
but
just
the
like a
thing is,
sea of people.
they could have jets in the air immediately. Just
Yeah. But then you just see like
doing
one.
runs.
It's like a it's like a Braveheart scene where like one guy not on a horse. It's got to be something like modern. So like
feet. He's running.
There's no way the
one
government.
guy on a dirt bike, and he's just like instead of a horse trotting around in front of everybody, he's just like he's got his
You
gun.
can't
and he's
even
like,
hear him over.
Yeah,
It's
he's
just like,
Wait, here, Jonah, be the sound. I'm gonna be the guy.
Okay.
It's like.
He's
And
like
then that's
turning
what
around.
it's like. Yeah, that's exactly what it's like because I can't hear anything. But it's just like today they tell us we couldn't storm into Area 51. Today we make that happen, and then you just hear a bunch of people,
And then you hear,
and then you just hear, yeah.
You hear, and then in the distance you can hear chain guns
You
start
hear
moving.
Naruto,
Like
and you hear Naruto. Yeah, you get the Naruto running, and then everybody just starts like weaving in and out, and it's like everybody's choreographed, but they don't know where to shoot because they're like, what are they doing? Because if you shoot in one spot,
They planned this. We should have fucking.
they've definitely been practicing. That's kind of weird.
What? Okay, do you actually think? Okay, theoretically, right? People get into Area 51.
Okay, if all
Where's-
3
where to
million
next?
people who signed it,
Well, here's the question,
yes,
right?
show
People
up.
get in.
Yeah.
Is there anything in there that could be interesting enough to justify the raid?
actually,
Probably not.
yes.
No, yes, because
You
that
think
was where the well, okay, so
Did
that's,
you see that new documentary
is that the one that talks about how like is it about aliens?
Bob? No, about a guy who worked
No,
at like
I might actually watch this tonight. What's
like
up?
I don't like he worked there like a long time ago.
Yeah.
And he felt it unright, the things that he was seeing. So he came out like it was really really good for him. Like he finally came out. He was comfortable enough doing that. It just so happened that he was also on the news. Okay, so no, he came out with all this information. He claims that he worked on like reverse engineering spacecraft engines.
Oh shit!
Like he saw them. He worked with the engines.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was like this huge thing at the
wanna
time.
watch that.
And there was a documentary made recently because there's already been documentaries on this guy. But there was one recently on Netflix, like just asking him to go over it again.
Right.
I don't know, and he
Yeah.
throughout the documentary, he's like, I don't know why I have to say this again. Like,
Yeah,
like it's
I-
already out there.
I want to go watch it. Well, there is like there's one like I don't know if it's a documentary or what, but there was something that came out like it was just like evidence presented in a certain way where I was like, yo, this actually like makes sense. Where it was like there's not a whole lot of like UFO sightings, or especially in like Nevada in that area with Area 51. There's like not a whole lot of like
Well, yeah, because
reports.
they don't fly.
there's not like any reports of it until after the nuclear bomb testing, and so it makes sense that like if something is out there and is intelligent enough to like
It saw
get here.
it.
Well, it read it. Odds are it didn't know like, oh, they set off an explosion.
Yeah.
They probably just saw, yo, there was a ton of
shit ton
energy
of
just
activity.
there was a shit ton of energy just released on this planet. Let's go see what that is. And then only like I don't know how many years, when was Roswell and all that shit?
I don't know.
It was like 60s, I think, and nuclear testing was like 30s and 40s, I think.
I don't know.
I think it was. And so, like, it makes sense that, like, they would come over there and, like, investigate it, and, like, the times, like, match up and everything like that. So it's like, I'm not one of those people who's like, they have fucking aliens, but, like, I do kind of think they have to have something.
Yeah,
even if it's not
I
life.
don't think there's like fucking
No,
aliens
I don't think there's little
chilling
gray
in
boys
there.
in there.
But okay, like 2 more quick things about this documentary. He did mention that there was another subsection, like I don't know, he was in like section 4 or something. That's what he kept saying. But like they had diagrams of
the
alien body.
Oh, the body.
But yeah,
But
I don't know.
What
how,
did he say? It was like nothing like
I don't
we
know
think
how
it
true
is.
that- yeah, he said they're not like little gray men. They didn't have like pictures. of
Here's
it
what I
either.
think. Here's what I think. I think that if there was any sort of evidence to there being other intelligent life in the universe, we would 100% know about it, because that is like the grandest scientific discovery of all of humankind. Easily, like it's not close, right?
No, it's not.
It's not close. The fact that would be kept away from any sort of scientific communities and not let out at all, I think is impossible.
But
I think
okay,
the
well, here's the
reason-
last
go ahead.
thing
I'll
about
say
the
what I say.
documentary that makes me more inclined to believe him is that there was a portion where he was going. So element 115 is not like it's not like on the periodic table because
So it couldn't have come from Earth.
no, it's like it's man-made. He was claiming that it's what, right? Okay.
Oh, okay.
You were looking at me like I was so stupid.
Well, yeah, there are many man-made
Well,
elements.
yeah. That's not the thing. Is that he claimed that they were able to reverse engineer the element that powered the alien spaceship, and so there was a part of the documentary where he was like, the guy filming was like, we won't use this unless it is 100% okay, like because I know it's incriminating evidence. But he was like, have you seen element 115? And then it was just like a really sped up part of the, because he didn't use any of the audio.
Yeah.
And he actually took their cell phones and went and buried them like a couple 100 feet away, so just in case. But the next day after recording that, his house was raided again by the government, like multiple different agencies within the government. Like just to ask him questions, search his house, stuff like that. So that makes me more inclined to believe it from just him asking
there
him the
evidence of that?
question. Yes, it's all in the documentary.
Wow. I need to watch this
I
documentary.
want to. I
It's a good
actually might
documentary.
know what I do tonight. Like literally after this, I'm going like biking with my dad, and I'm gonna come home,
Thanks,
edit
Dad.
that video.
That sounds fun.
I mean, it is, and I'm
You're gonna
I'm
edit
go.
Mario Kart tonight?
No. I'll edit. I got the basketball video.
Oh, okay,
I gotta
good,
re-edit that
because that's
tonight.
your job.
Yes, yeah. So I gotta edit that, and then after I edit that, I'm literally just gonna come in here, and it's on Netflix,
It's a
right?
really interesting
I think I'm gonna sit exactly in. You guys are gonna see how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna sit here with food.
Are we
and
role
just-
playing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
You guys
this is how
are
we would-
empty cushions
this
because
is how
it's
we
just
would
gonna
all
be
be
me.
if
You're
were
the
here.
interviewer. I'm the Area 51 guy.
Okay.
And I'm watching them. They're on the TV. Okay.
Okay. Did you see element 115?
Listen to me. Oh, God. I'm sorry. In Area 51, we have genetically engineered food at cat girls. The government's trying to hide them. Listen. If I tell you this, they're going to come after me.
I just have my
But
mouth
I
open.
think it's time for people to
Anime
know.
is real.
Just helicopters start coming in.
Jonah.
Help!
You're not gonna fucking believe it.
They start just busting
I
down
shook
Jeffrey's
Goku's hand.
He's God. He's a god.
Area 51 is just a production stage where they shoot all the anime. No, yeah, I like all that Area 51 and stuff. Like that's always something. Like I'm always gonna be like, I'm not like diehard interested in it, but like if someone brings it up
It's
and
really
there's a new
interesting.
documentary on it, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna.
And this is
watch
a very good documentary because, he like described like the biometric scanner for at the time was very ahead of its time.
Yeah.
But like he could not find it anywhere and couldn't until this guy who made this documentary found it.
Mm-hmm.
Like somehow, like
Really?
some other like secret agency
Yeah.
something.
It became public release information.
Did
Did it
public
actually?
release information?
Okay, well, yeah, it finally,
I
after
have
all those
something
years,
else.
like, because he would always say, like, it was this thing. It measured the bones in your hand. Like it was that. Like,
so it measures
in
okay,
depth.
Yeah.
Like for that time, it was like it measured the bones in your hand, so nobody could duplicate it because it's everyone's different hands.
Yeah.
Everyone's got different hands.
I got different
You mean like
stinkers
biometric
right here. I got
scanners?
little grubbers.
Yeah, but like
biometric
before-
scanners are actually pretty common now.
they're in Fallout
Yeah, but
4.
it was like it was many years ago, and it was like not even. I don't know how it worked, but he described it perfectly, and he would always describe it like they definitely use
like in
this.
this documentary shows like news from when he was like in his 20s because that's when he came out with it.
Really?
Like he's an
Oh.
old man.
He's like
Hannah is saying
definitely,
that this was from when he was
Hannah
20.
is off screen, by the way.
yeah. Hannah
She's saying
probably was
that-
not her. We all just went.
She's saying that
looked
this
at her, but
was
it's like
from when he was in his 20s, but he's an old man now.
yeah, he's
You
like
know,
at
something-
least 55.
Yeah,
I don't know.
biometric scanners, those are pretty cool. You know, I'm majoring in computer networking,
Oh shit.
and biometric scanners are actually common for like server rooms now, where like big companies who have a lot of like very important data, like server administrators and like network professionals will be like the only ones that actually have access to the room with the servers in them,
Do
and
they
they'll have like
do they
biometric
have, like,
scanning.
The eye shit yet?
Yo. Okay.
You?
So fun
Because you see that in
fact.
so many movies.
At UK, like the basketball players and everything like that, to get into like their
They
dorm,
got an eye
and to
scanner?
get no, it's like 7 feet tall because they're all fucking tall too. But yeah, no, to get into any room that like
So,
the
like,
players
the-
have access to,
like,
they
every-
scan their fucking eyes.
Every team's like short white guy for some reason has to. Like, can you guys like pick me up
they
so I
pick
can
him,
scan
they
it?
pick him up,
Guys, I need a boost.
They pick him up by the
They wedge it,
like,
one,
under the
two,
arms like a baby.
3, and they pick him up, and
He's the
he goes, all right.
Oh fuck! Like
And
I
then
broke.
and then he scans and they set him down. He's like, "Thanks, man." And they jostle his hair and they're like, "No problem, little guy."
Yeah, remember to fill my water bottle.
But
Or he's the short guy that they all bully.
Yeah.
So when they lift him up, they're just wedging him up from his underwear.
Above the
and his
head,
eye,
there's
it
so
never
much
actually
physical
scans
strength is
right the
required.
first time, so they have to do it a second
It's like,
time.
sorry, buddy, and they're like
Because he's crying.
Yeah, and he's
Because
like,
he's crying, the tears are
but
blocking
he's a
his
nice
skin.
guy, so he has to say thank you for doing it a second time because he knows it's
He's
kind
like,
of a
"Oh, I know
hassle.
this is out of the way
He's
for
like,
you guys. Thank you so much."
Thank you. Like
It's
that.
like the 8th try, still can't
Yeah.
get it.
That's funny.
Well, okay, so like back to the
That's
Area
comedy.
50, back to the Area 51 stuff. I think I know, like from what the documentaries that I've watched before, the whole like why, like if it was such a big discovery, why on earth would they ever like hide it? I'm not saying I like believe it because I find myself more in that camp where it was like, if little green men are running around or whatever, it's like I feel like
You like
that'd
how
be a.
angry I was at you. I was just looking at Jeffrey really angrily.
Well, I was like, is he like trying to fart or what? Like, cause like you fart a lot.
Seems concentrated.
Well, doesn't it look like he's trying to force out like a tiny fart?
He's doing something.
My eyebrows like twitching hard.
They probably can't see it because your hat.
Yeah.
But anyway, back.
Didn't realize this was a hat podcast.
Yeah, I wear a hat every day until I cut my hair the way I want it.
Can we see it?
Yeah,
Your hair?
it's a mess.
Oh, that was a mistake.
No, I think it looks cute.
No, it actually does look cute.
Looks good.
It's charming.
How's your hair? Like, how do you want your hair to be?
I mean, you saw how I used to do it. It's like sides and the
Shaved
back
on
are
the side
shaved.
and long on the top, or longer
Yeah.
on the top.
Yeah, I'm just like working with these hairs on the side. They're like kind of long, but definitely not as long as.
Oh,
the top
you want
hairs.
it all long?
So
on the, yeah.
I want it like I want more on the
Length.
top, not
Yeah.
shaved.
Okay.
You have a lot of really cool hats.
You do.
So it's where they're worth wearing for
Yeah.
sure.
I had to go through.
But
a
now
hat
my
wearing
hair's
phase
gotten
when
so
I was
long
growing
in
out
the
my
back.
hair.
I can't wear hats. It's actually impossible.
Yeah, I get that.
My head is... Not only is my head too big, but I have too much hair. Even if I cut off all my hair,
Yeah.
I still couldn't wear a hat
Yeah.
because my head is so malformed.
You
No,
just need,
yeah.
like
I
flat.
honestly like
Yeah.
I am essentially a gray alien like underneath all this hair.
He's from Area 51. That's where we got him.
Have you seen Element?
Gotta go.
But no, in my middle school days, I had a snapback that was Monster Energy.
I used to listen to snapbacks and tattoos.
It
in
had
high school.
black and orange plaid on the bill, and the
Gross.
rest was black. And I
Terrible.
wore that all fucking
hell
time.
yeah. You should wear
I like
that
had to
shit.
wear on the. But
Why?
my hair was like
You know, when you
here,
stream,
so it would
you
like
should just be wearing
it
the
would
hat.
like curl out, and I
Yeah.
would be wearing my hat.
Yeah.
I looked like
You know what's way better than
Good
Monster?
shit.
Red Bull.
anything else.
Red
Robert
Monster.
Morris University, sponsored by Red Bull.
You guys are sponsored.
Monster
by Red
is-
Bull.
Well, we're
pea water.
The university.
we're
So it's
partnered
like
with them.
partnered,
It's
yeah.
not really a sponsor
One of the-
thing.
yeah.
They send us free Red Bull.
A girl that I
and we
know,
thank
she's
them.
a fucking Red Bull like
Yeah, thank any
ambassador.
sponsor.
She just
you
has
get.
a Red Bull fridge in her room, and like she just like sets it up like at various different spots on campus and just hands it out. That's it. So if you ever want like a case of Red Bull, we just go to
I
her
don't.
and she just gives it.
I
No, I don't
promise you
either.
I don't.
I only ever
Stop
like
offering
if
me
I'm
Red
like
Bull.
stop.
I'm being
I don't want
serious.
the
I
Red
really
Bull.
don't want. I've tried it before when I played football in 6th and 7th grade, and I don't like it anymore. It tasted bad then. I had to choke it down, but it was for the game. Because my mom would buy it at the gas station
for
before
the
the game.
Back to the
promise
area.
you I don't
back
like
to the
it no
Area
more.
51 stuff. The
Red
reason-
Bull's in there.
we gotta go.
The Red Bull is in there.
It's just a bull. He's red.
and he has
wings.
They can't let him out. But
And the monster, the one that made the scratches,
Yeah.
he's in there.
Dude.
You look so sad that you're about to start laughing at that.
the monster that made the scratch.
The
They're not gonna show him, but the U.S. government was like, yeah, you can use the scratch.
Yeah, definitely.
That's
Incriminate
dude.
us by
That's why
using
they
the scratches.
wait. That's why they're keeping everything secret. It's
Yeah.
actually just like
Yeah.
company
It's
mascots.
branding.
Yeah, it's like
branding.
it's just like a branding facility.
one
They,
big
they have
marketing
marketing
scheme.
professionals in
Tony
there
the Tiger.
just working,
Tony's
working
in
with
there.
like Coca-Cola. The original Coke polar bears are in there.
In the desert.
Like the closest they've ever come to being found out is like if they're ever like recording something like
Chester Cheetah got
today
out.
is like January 1st. And
Yeah.
Tony's in the back like, they're great. And they're like, damn it, scrap that one, get it again. Tony, can you just for a minute?
We just go listen to press releases from it. We just go to press releases for Area 51, and then we listen to Area 51 press releases, and we enhance the audio, and in the background you just hear, "Ooh, great." And we're just like,
Because they're all just shitting cereal. That's where it comes from. They're all just shitting cereal. So
Yeah.
every time they like create a bowl, they say their catchphrase.
right, yeah.
Maybe that's why they said it's
This is
dangerous.
horrible. This
Maybe
is
that's why they said
This
it's
is
dangerous
real.
to go
I don't
because
care how
there's
horrible
so
it
much
sounds. This
cereal
is
and
happening.
tigers and just.
the Area 51 raid happens. They get to like the outskirts of the place,
Yeah.
and then through the wall, the Kool-Aid Man.
The Kool-Aid Man. They all have access to Twitter. The ones running those accounts are them in Area 51.
Hell yeah.
They sound so out of touch because they are.
Yeah, exactly.
They're only saying things that surround their brand
Yeah.
because that's all they fucking know.
So
And
back
it's
to
horrible.
the Area 51 stuff.
I think we've concluded our Area 51.
We
Wait,
know
let me
it's
say this.
in there.
Let me finish this.
We know
one
it's in
last
there. The
thought.
mystery's gone.
Let me. The reason for the like the why wouldn't we tell the world or whatever was because like it was in the 60s, right? And the Cold War was happening, and so they were like, "Yo, we found this shit. Let's tell the world." And they were like, "Yo, actually though, if we like reveal that we have this tech, Russia's gonna do some shit with that." And so they were like, "Let's keep this just for us," and then like whatever. And then
My
they kept
theory
it
that
for
I
them.
thought of on
but
the
I'm still more or
podcast
less with that.
was
yeah?
that-
Oh boy.
well, no, it's like real.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Is
you
that-
just thought of this?
They're not satisfied enough with what they know about it
Yeah.
to release it to the public.
Right. So they
They
want
want
to
to know
investigate it.
everything about it and how to use it before they, I don't know, inevitably weaponize it.
Right.
So yeah, I think that's probably why, because
Yeah.
they can't understand it yet,
Bro.
and maybe they're getting close. I don't know.
Bet they
They've
just
made
got,
the
like-
element.
Yeah.
He saw it, and
They
that was
probably-
fucking 30, 40 years ago.
They probably just got like GTA 5 down there or something.
They're
They're
just
probably-
playing
they're
it,
just playing.
but they've only got one controller,
They just
so
gotta
they're
switch off.
they're handing off. That's the shift. Is everyone's just like, I can't wait to play. They finally get up there and they got like 20 minutes, and it's
Came out
like,
in
well, that was kind of
2030.
unsatisfying.
Yeah,
I'd rather
well,
just go home.
It
and
came
play
out
it.
from 2030.
And they do.
Well,
Yeah.
in our canon, Element 115 just like
It's
gives
GTA 5.
no, it just gives sentience to things. So it gives sentience to the Red Bull
Yeah,
and to the Tony Tiger.
and to all of the cereal mascots.
They combine Element 115 with a pitcher of Kool-Aid, and that's how you get the Kool-Aid Man.
like,
My mom was
like
on a radio show, like here in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Like, and they had gotten.
My mom was on a
my mom
radio
was
show here in
Wait,
Kentucky,
wait,
and they're into
wait,
supernatural
wait.
stuff. All right, we're getting the mic for Hannah.
So my mom was on not a podcast, a radio show in like Central Kentucky for like my mom's into paranormal stuff. She talks about it, but they got to talking about Area 51.
Yeah.
And their radio show got shut down.
Ah.
Like
Really?
it got shut down, and they
What if
said that
OffTheBeat
happened
gets
once
shut down?
before when they were talking about like JFK.
Wait, what if we're gonna?
Oh my
They'll
god.
never shut us down.
You
We'll
remind
fight
me-
back.
I know what
me of
Element
what-
115 looks like. It looks like a Tony the Frosted Flake.
say?
This is a great podcast.
Do
Yeah.
you want to come over for the remaining?
We gotta.
She can stay out
We
there.
gotta wrap it up soon because I gotta be somewhere like at 6 and it's 5:45.
We made an oopsie.
Okay, last topic. What's our last topic? Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, we
D&D.
talk about
Okay,
that
let's
for
talk
a
about it
bit.
real quick.
Real quick. We're gonna talk.
I
about
like it.
Yeah.
Podcast sense.
We still gotta play. We still gotta play like our new session. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I'm
The
actually.
dwarf. I already told you.
Yeah. I
Noah
have no-
Ridgway is
Yes.
DMing?
Yes.
Noah is currently running. Well, he's playing in your game, and he's playing in Johnny's game, and he's running a game.
yeah, we
for
should
strangers
explain.
online.
We should explain. I'm running an online game of D&D that you're taking part in.
Yes.
It's you, your brother Ethan, Noah Ridgway, if anyone knows him, and then a few other my online friends.
Yeah. We'll eventually cycle through all of our friends.
I think
hopefully.
we've gone through like 7 or 8 sessions now.
Yeah.
But you guys are starting a new game with Noah Ridgway as the DM.
Yeah, eventually.
My first
I think,
ever game.
What's your character?
Joni, you're gonna have to help me with this.
Okay,
I'm
he's a
a
dwarf?
I'm a dwarf. I'm a fighter class because I was talking with Ethan and
Fighters are
Johnny.
the easiest to learn.
yeah, I asked for a character
they're
that's
also
gonna be
good.
fun to
They're
play.
really good.
Yeah, fun to play, but like not too much of a learning curve because I wanted to do healer, but I know that there's a learning curve to that. Like, or you just
some
gotta, you
extent.
gotta, like, you should play at least a game before you are a healer.
You have to like manage your spells.
Exactly.
Things like that.
Yeah, you've got a certain
Positioning.
amount of slots.
Right, and so I want to. Lola's checking us out, but yeah, I want to learn the game first.
Something I would recommend is before thinking about how you want your character to work mechanically, like and how you're going to play them in combat, you want to first think of like how does my character fit into the world? How does my character react to certain like things that they interact with, and like just what are they like?
Okay.
Because that's
Trying to
really the
think-
fun part of D&D.
That was Lola
What
farted.
was that? That was Lola's ass.
Oh my god!
Yeah, she farts a lot. It's audible.
But yeah, the real fun of
Ass.
D&D is not. The real fun in D&D, in my opinion, is
Yeah.
not so much like the tactical combat, which it is fun.
Yeah.
But it's more of sort of immersing yourself as, another
the character.
character.
Get this.
Yeah, so you really want to make sure that you have an idea of like what you want your character to be.
No,
Right.
get this, Grant. Jeffrey doesn't want to role play.
I don't want to talk.
wanna
as the
kick
character.
ass.
I will speak in first person. I don't want to put on an accent. I just don't
It's
want to do
it's
that.
really not that hard.
Yeah.
Be
And
a
also,
dwarf.
if you want your character,
building a
if you want your character to just be like a funny guy who makes jokes,
Yeah.
because that's basically what you are. Like when you just hang out with friends, right?
Right. Yes.
So
Okay,
like
thank
you can
yes.
you can just if you wanted to you can have like a guy that makes jokes and
Okay.
is like a funny friend as your character. You just have to sort of commit to the character.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
that's what
Do
really
I have
is
to put
fun
on
about
a
it.
voice? Is that I
You-
can?
I
I
mean,
can
you
commit
can
to
use
the
your own
character.
voice.
have
Okay, that's just the one
Like,
thing.
yeah.
I'm not good
But
with
honestly,
voices.
I think that if you try it, you'll enjoy doing this.
I mean, maybe
Once
if,
you
like,
get
I
comfortable,
into it,
once you
yeah.
get comfortable,
I think that's the
it's
biggest
so
thing.
fun.
It's a
Yeah.
new thing
As
for
a
me.
as a
but-
DM, I love doing voices.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it really like
I want the
helps
DM.
you get into
like,
character.
does Ridgway do voices and shit like that?
Ridgway does for
Okay.
different characters and stuff.
Because like
how do you, as a DM, feel when your party does voices?
I love when you guys do voices. Your character Blaze, so Jonah's character Blaze is a
Japanese Blaze.
human blood hunter.
Okay,
He's a human blood
actually is
hunter.
Like,
Take a sec.
It's like really gruff, so it
He-
kind of like takes warming up.
Okay. No,
Yeah.
Take a sec. You explain. I want to hear it.
Okay. So he's a human blood hunter. He's like a tall, like ripped blood hunter dude with a
Yeah.
giant maul.
Yeah.
And he is the most edgy character in the party.
Yeah.
We have a lot of edgelords,
Uh-huh.
but he's the most edgy.
Yeah.
I've
In-
taken my place.
in visuals and in like dialogue.
Yeah.
But on the inside, he's like sort of an innocent guy who just wants to like make friends.
Right.
But like on the surface, he's like a super edgy,
Yeah.
like
hates
unapproachable.
who he is, hates his dad.
Right.
You know, normal edgelords.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when he role plays as that character, he's like, "Hello, my name is Blaze." And then in the last session, he literally just walked up to random guys and he just like made friends with random NPCs.
That's so nice.
It's
though.
like, "Hey man, I really like your hat." Stuff like that. Can you do the voice?
Well,
Tell
Are
me
we putting you on the spot?
Tell me you really like
No,
my
no.
ponytail.
so God, it's like embarrassing, kind
No,
of.
you're fine.
It's not embarrassing.
See? Well, okay.
The viewers are gonna love it.
Yeah. You don't have to do if you don't want to do it.
Well, no, it's like I want to. I'm just getting there.
You don't have to.
So he's nope. It just keeps nope.
You got it. You got it.
It's like that.
It's
You have to get
definitely
really
rough.
close to the mic. It'll help.
Yeah, I do actually.
Because that's
do
what
that
you
a
do.
lot.
Yeah.
Do it. What are you doing?
God,
Here, you want me to
embarrassed.
role play a conversation with you,
Okay, yeah, you'd be like Terry.
Terry? Okay, so
How did it reverse,
so
Terry?
I'm one of my characters in my campaign. One of the characters in my campaign, Terry. He's a big piggish Goliath barbarian. All right. Hello, my name's Terry. Nice to meet you, Blaze.
I never liked Terry.
Okay.
But I love you, Blaze. I thought we were buddies.
You know what? Out of all the party, I guess I was the closest to you.
You
And
know
I
we
only
haven't
met you for like 2 sessions.
we haven't done our arm wrestle yet. I arm wrestled Benjamin and
You
I
know
beat
what?
him.
I think I could win.
I know. You definitely could not win. I'm a barbarian. I'm very
Okay,
strong.
but I have a natural 20 for my strength, so...
Okay, first of all,
Nice.
I really like this. This gets me excited for D&D. Can we get Lola off the fucking...
Oh yeah, definitely.
Reverse, Terry.
There we go.
I liked Terry.
That put me in the mood.
I
I'm
love
horny
Terry.
now. No, I'm horny for D&D.
It's so fun.
It
You're
sounds
gonna
like,
love it.
It sounds really. It sounds really cool. Your character sounds like KSI's brother, kind of.
Terry?
But- yeah, talk as Terry. Do you know Deji?
Hello, my name
You don't
is
know who
Terry.
Deji is?
Terry's
Terry.
I'm gonna.
I'm Terry. I'm just looking for some friends.
He's a dumb bloke.
In my campaign, I got hired to assassinate a Grand Council judge, but on
Hey, that's like-
the inside, I'm sort of like a nice guy who just wants some friends. You know,
That's kind of like what we're doing right
It's
now.
DEJ.
Did he have the
JI.
same? Did he have the same goal as us?
no.
Holy
He
shit.
was part. You weren't there for this.
No, I
But
wasn't.
he was a member of the Junk Dogs, and
Yeah.
they were the ones that assassinated Ferrora,
Who is? Well,
who was.
posting anything on social media.
It is sort of like a dumb version of him, except it's sort of revealed like in Terry's character arc, he's an NPC and he was like pretty minor at first, but since the party like kept inviting him to things and he just kept like coming along, he had this character arc where they found out that he was actually like really emotional and
That's so
intelligent and
good.
mature.
That's so
But he's
great.
like this piggish Goliath barbarian dude.
I want. I'm gonna make sure. If Ridgeway introduces the minus, like the smallest psych.
that's exactly what's happening right now.
I'm gonna say Ridgeway. He's coming
Yeah.
with us.
In our
I
last
brought
session,
an NPC.
yeah, in our last session, we're in like a gladiatorial Roman
I
city.
explained that to him
Oh,
already.
okay.
Oh, yeah,
You want me to explain it?
I kind of. Well, yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a city called Domina.
Yeah.
Or Domina.
Uh-huh.
And it's a Roman gladiatorial city.
Yeah.
They were at the Colosseum. He snuck in to the gladiators like locker room.
Yeah.
And I like was describing the characters around there, and it's just like people I don't even know their names, right?
Yeah,
They're just random characters that are like
Right,
gladiators of
right,
like
yeah.
different guilds.
Work.
Yeah.
And he just said, yeah, I'm gonna walk up to the Sleeping Devils Guild, and I'm like, okay, I guess I gotta roleplay as this guy now. And then by the end of the session, he had a name, he had like certain
had a
weapons that he used, he had a
personality.
personality, and he was friends with Blaze.
That's so
And so
great.
now for the next session,
In the morning at the fucking inn we're staying.
yeah. So in the next session, him and Blaze are like doing like a duo gladiator
fantastic.
fight pit.
That's so good.
It's great, man. You're gonna love it.
All right.
I just
Are we
know
wrapping
we're
up?
about to wrap.
Yeah,
He's
we
just
are.
got 7 minutes before
I gotta
he has
go.
to be.
But
where
hey,
he has
no,
to
it's
be.
all right. We had a great podcast, Grant. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks
I
for
don't know
having
why
me.
I shook your hand, but thank you. Thank you
That's-
very much.
that's what you
Hannah.
do.
Thank you for your insight on various
Yeah.
Area 51 topics.
Next episode, Hannah's mother.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Cut.